come face to face with death more times than I can count. As a Salem PD detective, it's my job to catch killers. But in all my years on the force, I never saw this case coming. Seeing your own body lying on the street, it's like looking in a mirror you don't want to see but can't turn away from. And that's when you realize you no longer know which one's real and which is the reflection.
Yeah, great idea, Baxter. Tamper with the evidence.
Backup. Who needs backup? You shouldn't have tried to be one of us. Man, you were one dumb son of a bitch. Sir?
Hey, Baxter, hey! Hey, just get back to taking them statements. Come on.
Yeah, I'm the stupid one.
Look, this is not your scene, Lieutenant. Just pay your respects and move on, please.
Yeah. Maybe it's not my scene. But it is my case. And tomorrow it'll be my case. And the next day. Until we catch him. You do well to remember that, Sergeant.
Look, I'm just following Captain's orders here. You know the procedure when a family member is... Yeah, well... Take all the time you need, LT.
I lost count of the times I wished you were dead. You do me a favor, con man. Tell Julie I miss her.
She knows, Rex. She knows. I need to find my killer's trail before it goes cold. I need to get my eyes on Stewart's notepad, see what they've learned.
So did you see the man in the hood?
Yes. I saw him. He killed that man in the street.
Our city. Look at all these people. He's got family.
It'd be nice to know what they're talking about. I gotta see if they found any leads that I don't already know about. Clues here have gotta tell me something.
This is probably all over the social media by now. Glad I wasn't here when it was happening.
Can I take pictures with my phone? Is that legal?
What a night, huh, Robinson?
Yeah.
Crazy. Ronan, unbelievable.
I don't get it. What was he even doing here?
Asking for it. A witness called in saying he saw the bell killer enter a building. Ronan responds, disregards orders for backup. Next thing you know, the bell killer tried to see if he could make him sprout angel wings. And then bam, 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 bam.
You really-
7 to the chest.
You really-
Point blank.
You really have no idea when to quit, do you, Baxter?
You ever take a look at those tattoos of his? All that gangland prison crap? He was more criminal than cop. Yeah, you live like a thief, you die like a thief.
He was still a badge, dickhead.
Why is this always happening? All I wanted was to go home and get a nice dinner and
Hey, you okay?
I don't even know why.
This is all just so out of control.
Just stay calm. People need the cops to be calm now.
Hard to believe that's a dead body right there.
Why do I have to get these little town beats? Can't wait till I get assigned to Boston.
I could never do what she does.
If I could just get her to calm down, let her memory do its work.
Yeah, I saw it. That man in the hood. Outside. Looking up at the top apartment on the 4th floor, I think.
The killer came here for a reason. But what was it? The apartment up there must have some clues. Except that's my way in. That's closed. Fantastic. Well, here's my chance. I just need to follow Stewart into the building. Hey, excuse me. Do I need to wait for someone to open a door every time I want to go inside?
Yeah, any buildings that were consecrated can be a bit tricky getting into, but once you're inside, it's smooth sailing. Same goes for getting out. Open doors, windows, whatever. It's all fair game.
How many buildings are like this?
Around here, pretty much all of them. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it.
Thanks.
Hey, Sarge. 1019. Please return to the scene.
10-4.
Oh, it's just you. I knew I heard something.
Hey,
Shit. You trying to give me another heart attack?
no, I just...
It was rhetorical, for God's sake. Come on, don't look so lost. Take a look around or something. You know, spy a little. It's not like anyone's gonna stop you. What are you still doing here? Have a little fun.
I'm sure you saw the whole thing, and that makes you special. Always looking out the window, sticking your nose in everyone else's business.
I did see it, and I'm gonna have nightmares.
I think we've got enough nightmares to last us a while.
You get a better view of the street on TV.
Trying to watch a show, you know.
Look at that poor excuse for a man. Won't even get out of his chair. Likes that chair more than me.
I can just find it, then at least I'll know what happened. I've looked everywhere. Why did they do this to me? What if I never find it? If I only knew who it was, maybe I'd know where to look.
You look lost.
What's lost is my body. I know I got killed right here. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'd feel a lot better if I knew where my body was. Are you a detective or something? You might be my only hope.
Yeah, I'm a detective. Any idea who did it? That might lead us to your body.
I know they were old people, and I know they lived in this apartment building. Other than that, everything is hazy. But I was doing a lot of drugs at the time.
Sounds like you do need a detective. I'll see what I can find out from any older residents of the building.
Honey, they can probably hear you talking through the ceiling.
They do.
Now, in a shocking turn, a police detective falls victim to the town is covered with a dark cloud of rain. For WDJA, this is Martin Chips reporting live from
Maybe if I stopped bringing him snacks, he might look around the room to see if I was still here.
be some peace and quiet. All her parties. How can anyone sleep through music blasting like that? I think she was on drugs. Walter was so tired he could barely stay awake for the 5 miles it took to drive to Smithwick Quarry. I couldn't believe he was able to find a pair of lock cutters that late at night. At least the music has stopped. Now we can finally sleep.
The town is covered with WDJA, this is Market Chase.
That girl collapsed like paper when Grace hit her. I still can't believe she died. It happened so fast. I've never seen Grace so crazy before. It must have been the lack of sleep. Thank God it's all over. I can finally watch TV in peace.
Murder in public. Appearances and murders conducted. Dealing with a serial killer. Details are still emerging. The town is covered with dark.
Looks like Grace couldn't take the girls partying anymore, so she killed her and roped her husband into helping dump the body at Smithwick Quarry.
This normally sleepy but historical
I should get back and let her know.
history of violence lately. Only a few days ago, a young girl went missing.
Turns out, the reason you can't find your body is because it's not in the building. It's at Smithwick Quarry, about 5 miles out of town.
Oh. Well, why'd they do it?
Your parties were keeping them awake at night. They finally got too tired and snapped.
I thought they were just being unreasonable. I didn't know they would do this. Thanks for your help. You have no idea how big a relief it is just knowing.
No problem.
You know, I never really liked cops. And they were always giving me shit, telling me how I was messing up my life. We never saw eye to eye on things. But you really came through for me. Probably should have listened to what they were trying to tell me. Maybe then things wouldn't have ended up like this. Thanks again.
just needs some friends. Someone else who can listen to him yammer.
Can't wait for Jennifer to move out of this dump.
Hey, how the hell did it come back? Did I do that? Hey, come back!
Those notes aren't for you.
Great. Looks like some sort of code or something. Alright, well, I made it up to the 4th floor before the police cart away the evidence.
Details are still emerging, but for now, the town is covered with a dark cloud of fear. For WDJA, this is Monica Chase reporting live from Salem. This is Monica Chase in Salem, where grisly murder has the town in the grip of panic. This normally
Maybe she's getting too much sugar. I mean, that keeps kids awake, right?
now in a shopping town,
Mommy! Mommy!
How does a monster like you end up in a kid's closet?
Her daddy pissed off the wrong people. I was the one sent to expedite things. It was simple. I grabbed the girl, make a few threats, collect the money, then let her go.
What went wrong?
Her daddy tried to be a hero and got in my way.
Looks like it worked.
It got him killed is what it did.
You killed him, and what happened to you?
The people I worked for weren't big on second chances, but it looks like I'll get one anyway. I just have to wait. Death comes for us all. Little girls are no exception. I've got nothing but time, my friend.
Place your bets and hope your luck improves. It ain't about luck, Everine. You got that right, buddy. You might want to remember that when you're looking at your sorry track record.
Want to let her win, but she's just gonna win anyway. A few more good cards would help.
Pull up your pants, gentlemen, and throw in some chips, Nate.
Poor guys. I remember when I still thought poker was a game of chance.
Making everybody die of old age, that's one strategy. The more you complain, the longer I want to make you wait.
normally sleepy but historical town has run into quite a spree of violence.
So which was it, electrocution or slit wrists?
The razor. It was only supposed to be the razor. That's what the voices told me. The music was just something to focus on until I bled out.
So the radio was just an accident?
I started the cut. The warm water made my skin so soft, but I couldn't go through with it. The radio slipped off the edge when I was getting out. And I didn't want to die. It was the voices in my head that wanted me dead.
I'm sorry, kid.
Shh. You hear that? Silence.
Hey, it's you. You're famous. Check out the TV.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, folks. I need you to keep your distance from the scene here.
What happened up here?
I'm afraid that's still under investigation.
Guy got thrown out of a window. We're still looking at the details.
Thrown out of a window? By who?
Yeah, who did it? Sorry, like I said, it's under investigation.
Is the...
God, why can't I think of anything original to ask?
Don't want to be outside alone now. God, why don't they just tell us?
I just want to know if some killer's lurking around. Just smell out, okay?
Man, Salem police.
Wish Scott would loosen up.
If you don't have the suspect in custody, how do you know he's not still here?
I understand your concerns. I'd appreciate it if you just...
Hey, Broyles, you seen that little girl that lives here? If she turns up, you come find me. Got it?
Damn it. My mom gave me that gun. What was the killer doing here in the first place? What did I miss?
this will end. The killer is an enigma to the police and a lurking shadow in my own life. If only I can keep Joy from harm, I would do anything, even push her away, if it meant pushing her to safety.
We gotta find these tenants, if they're still alive. We gotta find these tenants, if they're still alive.
I need to finish investigating before I go somewhere else.
This is by far the worst birthday party ever. What do you mean? We got blues, we got TV. What do you want? I don't know. Party?
I still remember seeing the ad for the Regal Apartments in the paper. It's easy for people to look at it and see a dingy, run-down shithole. But me? I saw a place with history and character. I saw a place full of artistic inspiration. Before I knew it, I was the official tenant of apartment 3A. Looking back on it, I wish I had never even unpacked. My new apartment turned out to have more character than I had anticipated. The carpets were occasionally soggy, the pipes were rusty, and I could hear the tenant below me banging against the walls and screaming at the top of his lungs. Sure, there were other problems with the place, but they just added to its charm. They were things I could live with. What I couldn't live with was showering in brown water, mysterious leaks molding the carpet, and obnoxious neighbors. I called the plumber, who arrived just as I was about to have a word with the people downstairs. When I showed him the wet spots on the carpet, he scratched his head and explained that nothing was leaking, and that the reason for the wet spots was most likely due to me spilling something and not realizing it. Did this guy take me for an idiot? I never spilled a thing. He apologized and said that without a leak, there's nothing he could do, so he moved on to the shower. Thankfully, the water had no trouble turning brown. He thought it could be an issue with a rusty boiler and went to check it out. I took the opportunity to address the tenants below. I knocked on the door, but no one answered. In fact, I couldn't hear anything at all. I tried the door, expecting it to be locked, but it just swung open. I was shocked to find it completely empty. That's when wet footprints began to appear on the floor. They were headed right for me. Just then I could hear the plumber scream from the boiler room downstairs. By the time I ran down there, he was long gone, but he had discovered the source of the brown water. Packed into the old, rusty boiler was a bloated, decomposing corpse. The police are still investigating the homicide, and the landlord has promised to renovate the boiler room. However, despite his efforts, 3A is back on the market, and I doubt I'll ever feel clean again.
Maybe, well, we could drive to Boston. Drive to Boston?
I mean, you know, I'd be fine just watching a video.
Yeah, what?
What's the use of a party if you have to plan it? That's like work.
Parking and the driving and the gas.
Turn around. You're under arrest. So that's what I walked in on. Was he after the girl? Where'd she go?
Should get this photo to Rex for that Amber Alert.
Father, do you have anywhere that I could stay just for a little
Oh,
while?
of course, dear. The church is always your to help.
Out the window. Gunned me down in the street and you didn't even check for witnesses? Like you're untouchable. That girl is my only lead. I need to find her. I know it won't kill me, but I still hate heights. The day everything died for me.
Face it, Baxter hated the guy.
I think the hate was pretty mutual.
Ronan was a little rough around the edges. But Baxter, he isn't exactly Mr. Cuddly.
Yeah, but you don't think he'd... I mean, a fellow cop. Or anybody.
In this job, I'm surprised less every day about what people are really capable of.
wish ghosts were real and we could just talk to them.
am I? This isn't right. I don't even know how I got here. I just want to go home.
Listen, I don't know if there's anything I can do, but it looks like you could use some help.
I don't know how I got here, or even where here is. I can't remember what happened to me. Why am I like this?
I'm sorry to tell you, kid. But if you're here, it means you're dead.
I knew it.
Look, I'm in a similar situation. Now, I used to be a detective. Let me take a look around and see if I can find anything that will help you make sense of all this.
I don't even know where you'd start.
Is there anything you remember? It doesn't matter how small. Sometimes the tiniest detail is all it takes.
I remember lots of people. And this rowboat. Everyone was scared. And I keep seeing the name Monahansit.
Well, that's a start. Let me see what I can do. This is her obituary. She died when a rowboat capsized and sank. Her body was never recovered. What was she doing in a rowboat? a note. You will be deeply missed. You are a hero to us all. Huh. Hero to us all. Looks like more than one person owes her their lives. Huh. Looks like a memorial of some kind. I'll bet people left more than just this around here. Finding that stuff could help piece things together. She wasn't a victim. She was a hero. She saved a lot of people before her rowboat sank. She needs to know how much she meant to them.
Did you find anything?
That name you remember, the Monohanset? Turns out it was a steamer ship that sank right outside of Salem Harbor. If it weren't for you, a lot of people would have died. You're a hero.
If I saved everyone, then how did I die?
No, you didn't save everyone, but you were trying to. Your rowboat capsized.
I can't swim, so I must have drowned.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be. Thanks to you, instead of fear and sadness, I feel pride. If it weren't for you, I would never have known. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'm glad I could help.